Disney. It's the world's largest entertainment company. But why is a microbiologist the CEO of Disney? When we think of Disney, we don't think of microbiology, but instead we think of Mickey Mouse, Marvel's, Pirates of the Caribbean, and other great iconic brands. So it would make sense that the CEO of the world's largest entertainment company be someone who is innovative or has some creative experience. But that's not really the case with Disney. See, Disney's board made Bob Chapek the CEO of Disney. But Bob Chapek isn't necessarily an innovative CEO. And he doesn't even have much creative experience. Yes, Bob Chapek is an extremely intelligent man. I mean, he has a degree in microbiology from Indiana University, Bloomington. And he is highly likable. But he is not that creative, innovative, or daring. He is almost the opposite of his predecessor, Bob Iger. Plus, as mentioned before, he has no hands-on creative experience, unlike Bob Iger. Disney's board could have chosen Kevin Mayer, who was Disney's chairman of direct-to-consumer, or Peter Rice, who oversaw all TV operations and was Disney's television chairman. Both men were highly creative and transformative, whereas Bob Chapek really wasn't, and still isn't. So, was Bob Chapek the right person for the job? Should he be overseeing the largest entertainment company on earth? Or did Disney just make a huge mistake? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. To start, we need to think about Bob Chapek's background. As mentioned earlier, Chapek has a degree in microbiology from Indiana University, Bloomington. He also has a master's degree in business administration from Michigan State University. And for almost his entire life, he has worked in business, even though he could have pursued science. He also has a large amount of experience leading departments at Disney and other companies. Plus, prior to joining Disney, Chapek worked in advertising at J. Walter Thompson and in brand management at H.J. Heinz Company. So he's not new to the world of business. He is actually a very good businessman, and he knows how to leverage a company's assets to get the most out of the company. But his greatest advantage is his experience and knowledge of the Disney company. Chapek has worked for Disney for over 2 decades, and he has led multiple departments in the company, from heading consumer products to leading film distribution, to home entertainment, to running parks. He knows the Disney company inside and out, and arguably more than anyone else. These qualities were vital when Disney's board was looking for a new CEO to govern the huge company that is Disney. To better understand why the board chose Chapek, let's think a little bit about Apple's history. When Steve Jobs stepped down, he chose to put Tim Cook in charge of Apple. Tim Cook wasn't as innovative or creative as Steve Jobs, and he was not one to make high-risk bets, but he knew the company very well. He was loyal, and he was focused on making the company stronger. Rather than innovating and creating a new product, Tim Cook's job has been to care for and protect the existing assets, make gradual improvements, and strengthen the core business. This has resulted in Apple becoming a far more stable and profitable business. When you already have an addictive product and a huge lead over your competitors, stability and gradual improvements is more important than rapid disruption, innovation, and high-risk bets. If something is working, you don't need to drastically change it, but instead, you need to gradually make it better and stronger. Disney is currently in a very similar position as Apple was in the past. After years of high-risk investments and acquisitions, Disney's future is pretty clearly seen. There's little change coming to the company anytime soon. A caretaker, low-risk executive like Chapek can stabilize the company, protect its assets, leverage its assets, clean up its balance sheet, and gradually expand the business. Chapek's biggest challenge would be grappling with the myriad of creative issues that arise for Disney. particularly on large-scale projects. Because Chapek has no hands-on creative experience, his ability to attract and identify top filmmakers will be tested. So at least for now, he needs someone there to help him and to teach him and to guide him. But even with Chapek's creative weaknesses, Chapek is still a logical choice because of Disney's future plans to expand Disney theme parks. Before getting promoted to CEO, Chapek was chairman of Walt Disney Theme Parks and Resorts. In 2018, Iger explained that Disney was planning an expansion to meet the strong and growing demand of high-quality theme park entertainment. In the second half of this decade and in the 2030s, Disney is expected to increase the number of parks that it has. So was Chapek a mistake or a smart, logical move on the part of Disney's board? Well, I think it was a smart move. Right now, Disney has plenty of brands and assets that it can build around. It doesn't really need an innovative, disruptive CEO. It needs someone who can stabilize the company, build around their current assets, and eventually push the expansion of their parks and resorts. That is what Chapek can do very well. He is very much like Tim Cook, but for Disney. So, from a business standpoint, I understand why Chapek is CEO. But from a consumer standpoint, I think it would have been more fun to have a more innovative CEO, to see Disney create more and innovate more and make more interesting TV shows and series. But I understand why they chose Chapek. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Chapek is the right CEO for the job? Or should Disney have hired someone else? Let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate it. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Peace.